Hey guys, Tyrip here bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Alliance of Defiance. Play today spawning in the north. We have Kirov playing as Soviets. Immediately going for NKVD. Teaming up with him is Gardening Lalik playing as Soviets also with mechanized support, industry and counterattack. From the south we have Deru as Okidobu with Elite Armored immediately locked in, and Cringe compilation also with Okidobu going for Overwatch. In terms of rankings here, random team on both sides. Kirov ranked 10, Gardening Lalik around 70 I think. Cringe compilation about 100, and Deru rank 1. I think that, rank 1, that's a bit of a giveaway as to who won this replay, but this replay is also about 3 weeks old at this stage, so no, it's not a giveaway. Unless they've had a 3-week-long winning streak.
Armored car has reported for duty.
Alright. So you don't see this kind of build too often. Gardening Lalik going for a no penal, but starting out with the sniper. Got the Kubwagen on the other side of the map. Pretty slow start though with this kind of build. No real infantry presence. Start probing with this. It's got hiding away around the corner here. Does Deru know about the sniper? Has this shot? No, it hasn't shot yet. It's waiting for an ambush opportunity. In the meantime, has gotten most of the map secured, so no biggie. Here comes the Sturmpires. They get sniped. Sniper trying to backpedal now. So Deru on the charge. Here comes the M3A1. Got the 221 in the build for Deru. So Gardening Lalik's got to be very careful. The sniper could get chased down easily. And you can see, what did he gain by having the sniper like that early? Like no field presence. Couldn't really use it to cap. I suppose you started vetting up a little bit earlier, but I don't know. I don't think that build makes a huge amount of sense. Maybe if you teamed up with your teammate and went in 2-on-1s, you have like a bit of a screen for the sniper to survive. And here comes the 221 now. Penals are there. Do not have PTRSs. Doesn't have the munitions for it even. 221 didn't go diving in after the sniper, so that is still surviving, and a bit of small arms damage on the penals. Adding up on the 221. So he's going to repair it though from out the back. You saw Deru move to the back of this to repair up, so that the penals couldn't target the repair squad. All that bonus damage they end up taking. Looks like a bit of a breakthrough on this side for Cringe compilation as well. Got the tier 2 up very far forwards for Kirov, right on the edge of the base. Nice forward reinforce opportunity there. Oh, and now we've got the PTRS squad inside the M3A1. It does make it a very good option for chasing down and killing this. Not really necessary against the 221, but is being upgraded with the 223 currently. That can work there. Here it goes. Oh, but a bit of rubber band action there. Doesn't end up working out. Now has to jump out with some repairs, and now getting pressured. Sniper takes one shot in there. Jumps back into the building, so can't afford to repair, but sniper working well. Out the back, STG's upgrading, so only one window firing. Fortunately, it is doing quite well. Sniper coming around the corner and can get a shot off from that angle. And into 3 penals after this, but You know, this can be the issue if you don't go for double combat engineers. It can be hard to get full value out of your M3A1, just oftentimes don't have enough repairs. Exactly what we're seeing here. I think, personally, I probably, maybe even like 2 combat engineers into the sniper would have been a better option. Into the M3A1 after that. Oh well. Big lights are on the other side of the map, so a bit safer for Gardening Lelik, but might have to worry about that in the mid and late game. A cheeky squad of Jägerlights hiding somewhere. Damage there from the PTRSs. See him capping there. Incendiary grenade out. Once again, repairing from out the back while doing damage with the 223. The PTRS is trying to come around the corner, but he's got a lot of vision. He's got the armored vehicle detection, but here comes the M3 now. Does connect with the PTRS volley. You always have to be careful because those PTRSs can end up shooting those wrong units. Thought he's going to pop the speed boost and just go all in there, but Gardening Lelik just playing it cool. Not getting too eager. Flamethrower pushing in here. Kuboid also getting involved. Flamethrower seems like it's missing a lot of shots though. Is it? It's definitely not hitting like more than one model. And here we go into the retreat path now. Cringe compilation looking for the wipe. Oh, and gets it. Kirov ends up losing a squad. Nice setup there for Cringe compilation. Good flank. I think really facilitated by how bad the from the Jägerlights get revealed. Didn't pop the sprint. Maybe there's an opportunity for sprint to force this away. Here comes the Faust on the M3A1. Good dismount though from Gardening Lelik. Here come the Jägerlights though, looking for the sniper kill. They don't get it though. I don't think they even did enough damage to be able to snipe it off. I don't think they got it quite low enough even for the G43s to finish the job, but maybe they did. Do remember that those G43s though, 90% accuracy penalty firing on the move.
Supply half truck is ready for orders.
Very bad at those run and gun situations, especially if you're just going to be able to only shoot like one more bullet out. Just about one of the only squads in the game that is bad to run and gun with. Oh, this could be bad news for the sniper. DG Fox waiting around the corner here. Did they see it? I mean, maybe saw that squad and decided to back out. So a bit of good fortune for Gardening Lelik, who is floating quite a lot of manpower at this stage. And I did experiment quite a lot with tier 1 builds. Going for builds, maybe... Oh, satchel over the wall. Didn't destroy the wall, that's interesting. Tier 1 builds, and typically it is good to just get it. Oh my god! Second combat engineer just for, you know, repairs and tech construction, so you don't fall so badly behind. Even if you skip it in the early stage, it's good to pick one up at maybe around this timing before you want to build your tier 3. Okay, infantry support gun now, as well as a Raketin for Deru. T70 meanwhile on the other side of the map for Kirov, getting to work. There's a Raketin, but it's quite far away still. See, Kirov is primed and ready to dodge. Not getting much luck though with the hits. The Jägerlight's very strong at the moment for Cringe compilation. Here comes the Raketin, but he ran it forwards here, a little bit clumsy. And that's going to allow a lot more time to do damage for this T-70 now. Big mistake there for Cringe Compilation. In fact, he's trying to come in for the wipe on this. That's a bit ambitious. Ooh, close call on the M3A1, but it does end up surviving that Raketin hit. PTR's Penals take a big ISG shot. Now the sniper's under pressure. It needs to retreat. There's nowhere else for these squads to like go and back cap or anything. Their only task is really to chase the sniper. It's not like he's pulling them out of position or anything. And there we go, the OKW flak base forces away the T-70, takes some big damage. Jägerlight's trying to hide behind the sandbags, which is quite risky as soon as they get destroyed. They're under pressure again. Raketin's still not really in position to come through for another shot of damage. Grenade into the retreat path. Minor connection only though. Do have the Commissar out now for Kirov. Got that out a little bit on the later side, but still could have value. You see Cringe Compilation moving around with those double Jägerlights in combination constantly, so Fair Propaganda might be his best option for dealing with that. And you see the gunning Lelik is now floating so much manpower. Really needs to sort this out. Starting up as tier 3, but well overdue. Just about put down as tier 4 at this stage, and remember that does make the Penals cheaper to reinforce. No, this could be trouble. Bit of damage. The Raketin is close by though. Got the veterancy mod applied now. Get that in you if you haven't. The updated links on my my guide to it from a couple years ago. Yeah, anyway, I was looking at the veterancy on the M3A1. I don't think... Oh, he does have... He's got the bonus sight range of Vet 2. I thought it was a Vet 3. Alright. So yeah, you can see that Raketin coming from a long way off now on the M3A1. Maxim doing its best here. Raketin lining up. Connects once, dodging away, might be able to get a second shot off, and it connects as well. Double Combat Engineer's under pressure, so he can't even repair up, and oh boy, here comes the Shrek squad. Ooh, that was a very close call. Ends up surviving though. Penal's just getting slaughtered out in the open at the moment though. Terrorist is coming around the corner. It's a good volley off, but that 223 Vet 4 now. Some really nice Vet cooking. So it was a sniper though, Vet 220 kills. Pretty strong performance. Jägerlight's coming in from the side. The sniper has to back out. Might be able to get one shot off before being forced away here. Does open up some opportunities for Kirov though, with the double Jägerlights away. Not much to defend with. The Cringe Compilation over here as this misses that shot. Mine triggers. No dodge with the Kubelwagen though, and it goes down. A bit of a shame. I thought I saw a shoe mine there, but thought my eyes were betraying me, but no. Oh! Oh wow, we've got a repair station up for gunning Lelik. Don't know what he's doing with this M3A1. Doesn't have a very good matchup once it's upgraded to the 223. Maxim tries to set up. Jägerlight sprinting, but they hit a mine on their way past. Flank gets shut down because of that, but I feel like this T-70 just hasn't got enough work done before the tanks are starting to roll up. This is going to cause Kirov to struggle a lot. I feel like he should have been able to get a lot more damage done than he has. Maybe taking a few options that he shouldn't have, and now Gardening Lalek getting forced back by the incendiary grenade. Big damage onto the sniper. That has to retreat as well. Going into a T-34 now. Building up another repair station as well. That's interesting. So maybe that's why he's reluctant to build another combat engineer. Knew that he wanted to build these repair stations. Still just like as a capping squad and a bit more field presence, I think would have been a good choice. Or even at this stage, a squad of conscripts is quite good. Just option to merge into the penals. Typically works alright. Start building sandbags as well, very helpful in the mid to late game. Good time to pick up a squad of cons. Just under pressure here by the Panzer IV, but with that forward reinforce off the base, able to maintain his position here. Kirov doesn't quite get the shot through with the Zis though, a bit of bad luck. Making some moves with the Commissar, hoping for this squad wipe, but the other Panzer IV coming in to assist his teammate. So the squad does end up surviving. Good shot in there from the Zis. Allies really struggling for fuel. Kirov doesn't even have his tier 4 up yet. We're going to need to invest into a second Zis at this stage. T-34 out now for Gardening Lalek, but having gone for this stage of tech, doesn't have access to an anti-tank gun, and oh boy, jumps out of the M3A1 just before it ends up dying, so it doesn't lose any penal models in the process. But honestly, a bit of a shame just losing that. You know, the vision that it provides is actually quite strong. And it, of course, can cap. Decent back capping tool, especially if you're light on infantry like Gardening Lalek is at this stage. Speaking of vision, got the T-70 in recon mode over here. Just rolling up from the side, getting a few nice hits in. Kirov does have 18 nades as well. Should be doing some damage with the T-70 now. Oh, sustained fire. I thought the Commissar was buffing the Maxim. I was like, I didn't know that was possible. Okay, T-34 rolling up. Connects once on the 223. The literacy mod has been adjusted from from the German language, so it looks like that particular thing hasn't been translated yet. Oh, T-70 again, maybe overplaying his hand, coming in quite aggressively, but the Panzer IV swooping in. The Vet 2 Zis with the rate of fire bonus gets the kill on the Panzer IV. That is exactly what Kirov needed. He's been under pressure from, you know, the much lower ranked player. But now with that Panzer IV lost, he's back in, and maybe that was the grand plan all along. Baiting with the T-70, hoping to be able to get that kill thanks to that Zis positioning. Okay, we've gone for a fourth squad of penals, upgrading them with the PTRSs. This is a very expensive option in terms of manpower. Might work alright once the KV... Oh, nice hit from the T-34 there. Ends up getting a wipe because of that. Might end up working alright once the KV-2 arrives. Somehow, like, heavy tanks plus PTRSs seem to work pretty well. It does have a pretty good manpower bank, so can afford to reinforce. Okay, a couple shots in there from the sniper. No Jaeger lights nearby. think he saw both of them retreat, right? Jagdpanzer, meanwhile, for cringe compilation. Might be regretting that decision now. After losing the Panzer IV. Doesn't have any obers vetting up yet. The only thing that this can reshoot at is that T-70, but I think it's pretty evasive. Okay, we've got a recon plane up. It's actually going to be a Katyusha for gardening Lalek. I suppose on his side of the map there are a few support weapons. Machine gun, Raketen, ISG. Not as good as it typically is though in these these matches. A bit lighter on the team weapons, especially cringe compilation.
Send orders! Crew, taking fire!
And still, you know, okay, he's gone full PTRS, it looks like. I was going to say, still going to be lacking a bit in the anti-tank department, but if he's got 4 PTRS squads, he can handle an OKW Panzer IV. Especially one that's upgraded with the commander instead of the machine gun. Sniper flare there doing some nice spotting, I believe it was. That's another hit on that. They're quite low on munitions. Maybe doesn't want to pop the repairs on that. Because... okay, misses that Jagdpanzer shot on the T-70. Walking Stuka now for Deru. Looking to really line up some monster shots on these penals. Here comes the Katyusha on this side of the map. And gets a great first volley. Nearly knocks out the obers. Strong start there, 6 kills. 3/4 of the way to vet. Conscripts Uraring in. Big damage on the Jaeger Lights from the Flamer. Oh boy, Conscripts down over here for Kirov though. Doesn't even look like he ran over a mine. Don't 100% know how he ended up dying there. Is this perhaps overcommitting here, getting in very deep, exposing itself to this Volksgrenadier? But the T-34 from his teammate coming across to assist. It does divert cringe compilation's attention away from the Zis. I think I would have stayed on that with the Volksgrenadiers. Probably could have got the D crew. Looks like it's going to skate away because of that. Bad target selection for cringe compilation. Bit of a lucky break for Kirov.
Forces are attempting to capture our territory.
T-70 has finally taken a couple shots from that Jagdpanzer though. It's out for repairs. It's a walking Stuka. Moderate. 1 kill. Bit of health damage. Not what he was hoping for, I'm sure. Hit 3 on the ISG. Steady performer. Only 6 kills though. Now up to 7. Recon plane coming in, but these typically aren't as valuable against double OKWs, you know, with the double flak bases. Tend to shoot down these planes relatively quickly. Cringe compilation. Oh boy, losing a Volksgrenadier. What's he doing with this Jagdpanzer? Driving it into 18 range. What was he doing with it? Oh boy, and here comes the anti-tank Overwatch. The conscripts chasing down, providing sight. And that's gonna die. Oh, I don't know. What was that? Maybe lag from cringe compilation? I just have no idea. It's the only thing that really makes sense. He wasn't even chasing the T-70, was he? Unless he was chasing it that was way out the back. Now T-70 coming in, Vet 3, very mobile. Looking for the overwipe. The Raketen is there though. Keeps it safe. Not hitting too much. That's a Katyusha from Kirov actually. Both Soviet players. In fact, we've got 3 Katyushas now. The double Soviet team.
Recon aircraft is refueled.
OKW typically does have a harder time going for base dives on these. So the tanks are a little bit less expendable. And the Puma, you know, you could say go for the Puma, but the Puma takes 2 shots to kill. So oftentimes you don't kind of have that time when you're going for those base dives. But no, maybe we could see some Pumas. We also have the heat shells for Deru. Be a pretty strong option, and can also help against the snipers if you get vet on it. Work your way up to the aim shot. The propaganda coming down, but unfortunate.
We have 200 points
Wow.
remaining.
If propaganda applies to units inside buildings, I don't know that. Interesting. Stuka again. And again another miss. I think the safest option for Deru sounds strange, but probably was to go straight for the King Tiger. He's such a monster against these PTRS squads, especially with their commander upgrades, providing the long range vision. Huge number of Katyusha rockets, nearly ends up knocking out their stern pyres out the back. No repair upgrade on the mechanized truck, and the T-34 on the other side causing a lot of trouble for cringe compilation, who's decided to go for a Panther. Gotta be very careful with the Panther though against the anti-tank Overwatch. It's such a high value tank that can be dealt with so easily by that ability if it takes an engine crit. Which, you know, can happen from Rams as well. You don't have to allow a mine or a AT nade off. It's a pretty big turnaround here in the mid-game now from the double Soviets as we enter the late game phases. They're definitely getting punished in the early stages, but Kirov really turning things around, and oh boy, luckily for cringe compilation, doesn't have the Munis for anti-tank Overwatch. Otherwise, this could be a dead Panther already. Red lights coming in from the side, cheeky maneuver. Just pushing in quite aggressively there. Panzer IV from Deru threatening to come across. Looks like now maybe Deru's saving for the King Tiger. Oh boy, what's this? The fucking Stuka on the front lines gets out of there. That was a very close call. Almost a monumental blunder there for Deru. I think maybe one PTRS didn't end up firing. Again, cringe compilation staying in the flames for a bit too long. The kitten nearly lost. Dodge there for gardening Lalek. These walking Stuka shots just not lining up, and oh boy, the T-34 gets a nasty shot as the Volkswagen is clumped coming around that corner. That is a nasty loss for cringe compilation, who's really falling apart here after such a strong early game. Late game control is lacking. Panther hoping for the wipe, but T-70 is just too fast at that stage of vet, and the Vet 3 Zis just landing shot after shot there. Do we have enough for the planes now for cringe compilation? Decide not to pull the trigger on them though to try and seal the kill on the T-70. No guarantees that it would have targeted it. Could have gone for the T-34, which I think was envisioned at the same time. Pretty good Katyusha strike here. Oh, the sniper catching the model carrying the gun, and that slows down the retreat for long enough that it ends up getting wiped. And now stolen, or at least attempted to steal. Fox Grenadiers and the Panzer IV there, but a bit of light cover. Oof, doesn't quite get away with it. That was a close one. Now some strong infantry pressuring the ZIS. Kirov having to get out of there. Pressures the sniper with that squad. Going to go for the regather the squad a little bit further back. Very important to hold on to that Raketin. Lost vision of that, and here comes another Katyusha barrage. Duro on the run. Bad scatter though, so he gets out of there unscathed. Machine gun. Oh, no chance. Just excellent accuracy from the T-34. Ooh, that was a lucky break for Deru. Bounces the kill shot. It's a very low chance of that happening. I think what's 220 penetration for the Su-85 long range against 234 armor from the Panzer IV. Very fortunate stuff. Okay, here we go. Cringe compilation. Getting the planes down. Panther coming in from the side. But runs over a mine. Still going to connect once there on the T-70. The Su-85 taking some hits. Oh, but here comes the Katyusha on the infantry out the back. Oh, boy. Oh, my God. The Panther from downtown knocks that out, and the combat engineers die to the infantry as well. T-34 for Kirov, also falling. Tank planes targeting the dead T-34. And Tank Overwatch drop down on the Panther. The Panther trying to get away. Doesn't quite, right on the edge of the zone. Ends up dying. Heartbreaker there for Cringe compilation, but at least got that T-70. Now the big boys are on the field, but the KV-2 just doesn't measure up that well against the King Tiger, especially one with the heat shells. Look at the damage from those planes. I thought that one was home and free, but there's one more anti-tank plane rolling through. And with that, I think the Axis did end up coming out on top after all of those losses on both sides. These sizes on, maybe not, but Cringe compilation, I don't think he lost any infantry. Just already so far behind. So here we go, King Tiger getting a few hits in. Doesn't have that much support, so he's still cautious. But Tank Overwatch isn't ready again yet. That Su-85 for Kirov. Nearly get one on that now. Terrain in this area of the map makes it very hard for that KT to do damage. The Katyusha out the back could catch the Obers. Oh, the walking Stuka though catches the conscripts. Oh, friendly fire from the mine. Engine crit on the Panzer IV, so it can't get away. The King Tiger looking to save the day. But the PTRSs. Job done. King spins around for the Su-85. Lost vision of it somehow. Oh, Ober's dead. Oh, and the Raketin too. So many rockets from the Allies. 3 Katyushas. Hard to keep up with all the dodges. Oh, there we go. King Tiger spots an opportunity though. Su-85 hung out to dry here for Kirov. No reactions. Great play there for Deru. Kind of bad positioning for that as well. If he tried to back away, maybe would have hit the VP flag anyway. I mean,
More conscripts at our disposal.
capture circle flag. It's not VP. Alright, so taking a look at army sizes. Deru, after losing that Panzer IV, this means that the Axis are still quite far behind. Unfortunate about that mine. Stuka has been very slow to vet up. That last barrage was pretty much the first time that it actually did damage. Oh, and the Sturmies just go down. Managed to recover the Raketen at least, but your cringe compilation really far behind. Is building a Panther now. Kit from the KV. But just the elevation through the center makes it hard for a King Tiger. Raises the sniper. Again, not really getting much done. Return fire, this time targeting the ISG, I think. And does indeed destroy it. Tiger just gets low. Oh, unfortunately he's down over here. Was that to the sniper? As they try to dodge away from the Kachu. Uh-oh. Takes big damage immediately. Lights do perform well against those PTRS penals though. It's a T-34. Panther fires off a shot. Long range vision thanks to these Jaeger lights. Very handy still for cringe. KV coming out to the right hand side it looks like. Guys looking to turn up that VP pressure. They're still quite far behind in that department. Jaegerlight sneaking through with the camo. Sniper's got to be on its toes. Conscripts ooh-ahing around. Sniper backing all the way out. KT popped the heat shells there momentarily. Oh, nearly knocks out the Zis. Not quite able to get it though. Very close. You know, decrewing that, clearing off the Vet 3 would be tremendous. Make it a lot safer for this Panther. It's on spearhead mode. Oh boy. Ooh, this is a close call. Will they get in range for the sticky satchel? They do. This could be an anti-tank Overwatch moment for Kirov. He takes a big hit but ends up retreating. The kitten destroyed meanwhile to the massive number of rockets falling down. Be very careful. Anytime you get remotely deep with this Panther, you are exposing it to that anti-tank Overwatch. The sniper did go down though. Is close call. Oh, here we go. It doesn't even need to. Just picks off a Katyusha with that Panther going in so deep, but it's a bad trade at the much more expensive vehicle. Pretty well targeted that time, but only caught one of the combat engineers though. With some lucky spacing. And again, try to set up the triple cap here, the allies. Ooh! That's a heartbreaker for Gardening Loud. That was a 6-man squad, pretty much full health, but they clumped up so much as they started their retreat. Just got one shot by the KT. Pretty much like the only tank you can get those one shots like that. I think even the Brombeer would manage that.
We need to re-establish our supply lines.
Does the King Tiger have the best 80 damage distance of any tank? Look that up at some stage. lines out here, but Dero's sending forwards the sweepers. We've got the KV coming across though. Makes it dangerous to sweep. T-34 coming in quite deep, looking for a wipe on those Jaeger-lights, but they do end up surviving. Conscripts, Ober's dead in the center. The Katyusha's just slaughtering the OKW infantry. Again and again. Nearly caught a squad over here for Dero as well. Kirov hasn't rebuilt his Katyusha yet at least, so it's just down to the 2. Got a quad for gunning Lelik, so well prepared for the next set of planes of Cringe compilation. Not going to let those spoil his fun. Plane lasting a long time on this occasion. And Kirov does have enough for an anti-tank Overwatch. And he penetrates on the King Tiger with that ram. Maybe losing vision, but Su-85 diving in the smoking wreck, stopping the King Tiger from taking any damage here. Now getting vision. King Tiger trying to get away. Oh, the Su-85 is rolling up for gunning Lelik, and that's enough to seal the kill on the King Tiger. This tank Overwatch, such a strong ability. Right as Dero built the Jagdpanzer as well. So can't rebuild that King Tiger for a very long time. I think one of the biggest problems with this is that you can call it in without any vision, right? I really hate how that works. I notice how that works with the zeroing artillery, but different purposes really. Zeroing artillery much easier to dodge away from. Oh boy, what's he trying to do here? That was a risky salvage. And now the double OKW's pushed all the way into their base. The triple cap running. Oh, there we go. That's a good hit from the walking Stuka. Decrease the Zis. Jagdpanzer rolling up. Over to the right hand side though. Heat Shell Jagdpanzer still strong. Looking for the kill on the flak base, but the Jagdpanzer has other ideas. Couple good hits in, chasing him down. The KV-2 coming in from the side, and that's a big hit. This could be the end of the Jagdpanzer. Will the KV-2 land and penetrate? Bounces. See the big deflection damage. There was a bounce and an engine crit as well. He does still have those repair stations out the back, but quite a way off. And what's this Jagdpanzer doing? Risky stuff. Conscripts down the center for Kirov though. Opens up the capture. Sternpost trying to flank around here. Good idea sending in the Sternpost since he ran over mines there earlier, but Maxim just had enough to stop that from happening. Good dodge though from Cringe. He does have quite a lot of manpower. He's got the double Raketans at a nice angle here. Oh, he does. He picks it off. I thought he didn't quite have it since that Raketan wasn't Vet 2 yet. Didn't have the rate of fire bonus, but absolute max ranger. And that was a Vet 2 T-34 as well, so really nice pick off. T-34 looking for some revenge, hoping to pick that Jaeger-lights. One model. Doesn't get any main gunshots though, can't get the job done. And the heat shells on the Jagdpanzer looking to pile on the damage. But it looks like it's not going to even fire a shot during this phase. Going for more Obers, which is a little bit risky I think, with all the rockets that are flying around. Going into cautious movement now with the Jagdpanzer. He's up on the KV. Takes 2 shots from SU in return. Now the double OKW team are the ones quite far behind on the victory points. French compilation trying to make a move on this side. Does have a pretty strong infantry presence as well, but so as to get over there to the victory point. And here come the Katyushas for Gardening Lelik. They're lining up. This could be nasty. Saturations on the fuel point. Don't hit anything though. Just dying fast, even with the buff applied to them. So the double Katyushas didn't do anything. What is this T-34 doing? Trying to come in, catch the 223 maybe? I don't know. Either way, he's taking some big hits. Got a couple of squads here with the Faust. Should be able to close the show. The PTRS squad hoping to get the sticky satchel off, but Deru, good dodge. Doesn't allow it. And what happened up here? Maxim dead. Looks like it maybe got flanked and stolen now. So Kirov taking some big losses through this phase of the game. All his T-34's dead. And lost a couple squads of infantry and his machine gun now as well. Just out a grenade there, but they were pretty spaced out. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to recover that, and that's going to be a decap at least. Good news for the Axis because they're very low on victory points. Raketin getting some great hits from the side there. KV2's got its range bonus now though. Makes it much more troublesome to handle.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Rockets are flying. First Katyusha decent. The second one's going for a well, almost, it looked like it was going for a creeping barrage the way the rockets were lining up. Don't think it actually was though. Look at Gardening Lelik. 3 T-34s in the queue. Doesn't have the pop cap for them at this stage though, which is the problem. But as soon as he loses something, he can instantly go for that. That quad actually kind of jamming his pop cap, making the thresholds quite awkward for him. See our pop cap on Pumas. There are 8 compared to conscripts 7.
The enemy has only 50 points remaining.
That counts for a bit as well. Oh, these Raketins, they're not mucking around now, and we've got a Panther joining in. Kirov does once again have the anti-tank overwatch though. Can be a game changer. That Jagdpanzer is vested up very, very quickly for Deru. I think it came onto the field later than this SU-85 and already well out-vetted it. Sure, onto the center, stops the cap but doesn't drop a single model. Oh, this could be dangerous. Hober's on the run here. Ooh, okay, lucky retreats. The Jagdpanzer coming in. Sees the Katyusha. No pin on the Jagdpanzer here though, but the SU-85 and the KV2 might be able to finish the job. No, he drops the anti-tank overwatch just to guarantee the kill. Especially, you know, considering that that was the anti-tank overwatch activated for Kirov to guarantee the kill. And man, if Deru managed to knock out the second Katyusha, which was there as well, that would have been monstrous. Just died a little bit too quickly because of that ram. Not able to fire, getting stunned. Ooh, no dodge for Kirov. What is he doing? So careless with his infantry late game. both conscripts down. He is really falling apart here in the late game. And here we go. Got the planes dropped out the back. Big damage onto the Su-85. Do have that quad. We'll be able to shoot down the planes fast enough though. Still got a lot of vehicles in the circle. Could get targeted on the second pass. Eagle-Light's providing the vision. The quad, I think it's only shot down one plane so far. Oh, this is looking quite grim for the double Soviets. What did that target? I don't know. It came through for a pass, but I didn't see what it was shooting at. Doesn't seem to have done damage to almost anything. Panther coming in though. Knocks out a Katyusha. Nice pick off there for Cringe. This time the diving works out very well for him. A rebuild on the Katyusha for Gardening Lalic though instantly. Barraging into the center. Let's have a bit more room in his PopCap now. Could start to actually build a couple of those T-34s. He tried to build earlier. T-34 meanwhile clearing off this side of the map. 34 points left for the OOKW team, but they are capping down on this. He's bringing the quad in though to assist. Now he's looking to close the show here. We'll be able to complete the decap. Good move there, backing away to the light cover so the quad takes a lot longer to suppress, and that allows the Panther time to get over here. Overall, a really nice move there for Deru. Keeping them in the hunt. Okay, Panther upgraded with the Panzer Commander. Make it a pretty strong option in the head-to-head against that KV-2.
IL-2 ready for reconnaissance. We have a new T-34 standing by.
Well, or not. Yeah, that was a horrible miss.
Enemy
Come see
forces capturing supply
Katyushas.
sectors.
I think targeting these Raketans. Oh, that's a nasty hit. Just gets out of there alive. The other Raketan pushing past the trouble. It has to back out. Recon plane up for Gardening Lalic. Oh, another Katyusha, and this time the Raket's not so lucky. Those rockets, excellent control, but has to interrupt the barrage early on. Panther threatening the dive. No munis for an anti-tank Overwatch this time. And now a triple cap against the Allies. They're under the VP pressure. Ticking under 100. With the blitzing out. Doesn't want to get rammed again. It's one thing that Gardening Lalic maybe could have done with his manpower. Put down a muni cache or two. What about his teammate? Don't have huge amount of use for munitions in this commander, but just spam those recon planes, I guess. 5 finds its target there with the focused sight mode and the tracking on as well, both the sight boosters. Another Jagdpanzer in the build for Deru. Here come the T-34s. There. Pops the heat shells as well. Double AT guns rolling up for Kirov, but a little bit exposed to the double overs. There's our grenade. Big connection on the over squad. Now the Allies almost ticking under 50. They're in real trouble of just losing the game here. They're getting a T-34 train rolling up. But without the anti-tank Overwatch, it's not nearly as effective. Raketan getting forced away. The Penal's going to be able to jump on that point. Kitten of Cringe compilation getting decrewed, but the double AT guns over here of Kirov dying fast as well. Panther coming back in for cringe compilation. Katyusha's into the center, jamming the cap, but here comes the Jagdpanzer now. Panther pushing in, he sees red, but he sees the KV-2. And he sees that he needs to get out of there. Stuka onto this VP, but great dodge from Gardening Lelik. A lot of team weapons strewn about the battlefield. Still got very strong infantry presence for cringe compilation, though. Those Jagerlights just never died. Look at that. 65 kills. 76. Monstrous. Better than what you see from most Brumbiers, you know? Okay. Panzer misses. T-34 rolling through. Does take one shot. Here comes the Panther now as well. The Panther trying to come around this side. Satchel out. Ober's dodging. Oh, one more shot and that T-34 is dead. The Panther, oh, doesn't even need it. Vet 5 Raketen, tremendous rate of fire. Jagdpanzer trying to assist against the infantry. But once they're down to the triple PTRSs, they're pretty hopeless. But they're just trying to jam the capture. Both teams so low on VPs, and Kirov's making moves on this side. Here comes the Panther. Triple T-34s, the Panther doing its best. A bit of blitz crush attempted. Forcing away the infantry. Oh, but the cap in the center. Jagdpanzer getting in deep. Finds the Katyusha during that barrage. And now the KV's in some trouble as well. He's got the Raketen there backing him up, but there is a Su-85 as well. That goes down to the Vet 5 Raketen. That thing is a monster. The Jagdpanzer does end up dying. Oh, the Panther just slaughtering all of Kirov's T-34s. He doesn't have anything left to pressure with. He's at the repair stations, but one is idle. One tank needs to come a bit further across to get in range. Stuka out the back trying to get the repairs, I think. Not hitting anything. Partial dodge on the satchel, not quite. Just so close on the VPs. The quad out on this side, working well for Gardening Lelik, who has finally burned through his entire manpower reserves. Getting another T-34, just throwing penals out. I think conscripts are still a better option, but alright. Typically not a good idea to rebuild penals, I feel. Just an all-out catfest in the center. Slaughters. Look, both teams losing squad after squad in the center. It's just so close on the victory points. Big propaganda down. The Katyusha rockets coming in. Panther coming in from the side though. T-34 dead for Kirov. Quad's got to watch itself as well. The Panther's just going in. The aggression that got cringe compilation in trouble early, working out well from here. KV-2 now from the side. Getting some decent hits in. Quad forced away by the Raketen. Oh, great hit from the T-34, but the Obers with the passive sprint from Vet. Very strong. Where's the satchel on the Raketen? Where's the, oh, he doesn't have munis for it even. Oh, heartbreaker for Gardening Lelik. And that's going to be the end of the T-34. The Soviets, though, they do capture the center, but they just lost their entire army now. Don't have any hopes of capping that one either. No squads anywhere near it. And Kirov just lost everything.
We are losing supplies to the enemy. We need orders.
Okay, throws out the grenade, trying to hide behind there, trying to go for the cap. Trying to go for the triple cap even. And that's a fresh King Tiger for cringe compilation rolling up just to seal the deal.
25 points remaining. Victory is at hand.
Kirov called in the Commissar. Good option. No build time on that, but it's not enough. No chance of capping the other points. And with that, the Axis are going to be able to seal the deal here.
Push the attack. They are down to 10 points.
Coming to the center, but Panzer IV, lots of infantry guarding, no chance. Quads over here, but it's pretty well defended also. And that's that. Whew. Some back and forth swings in this game. Some really good action. Yeah, great start from the double Axis team, the early game. First, really up until Cringe compilation, I think it was lost as medium tank. The Axis were riding high. But that was a real turning point after that stage. Kirov really getting it going. Getting some really big kills with that anti-tank Overwatch. Setting the Axis all the way back. But I think ultimately his preservation a little bit lacking this game. Too many easy squad losses on those conscripts. And the T-34 plays right at the end. It's hard to know what to do with them, you know, when there's 30-ish VPs remaining. Just trying to get something going, but didn't end up working out too well. And the Axis able to close the show. French compilation making a good comeback at the end there with this final Panther. This thing was huge. 4 vehicles destroyed. And, you know, it was maybe a bit too willing to dive early on in the game. But once the game opened up, when there's many units on the field, that's when the dives were really working out with the Panther. Killed, I think, maybe 2 or so Katyushas with it. Good stuff. Didn't really see many mines planted from the Soviets in this game, I think. Oh, there was that one that did result in the kill of the Panther earlier, but especially in the late game, you know, it's hard to find time to do that. But yeah, I can't help but think if Gardening Lelik maybe put down 1 or 2 Munis caches. If Kirov, I think he was sitting at around 130 munitions at one stage in this game. If he just had a little bit more, enough for an anti-tank Overwatch, I think the double Soviet team could have closed the show. Oh well, GG, very entertaining match overall. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.